What if the one ingredient, for example, with my buddy Kyle, diet's pretty damn important, right? Now, if he had, let's say, for example, he decided to take the steroids on like at the wrong time of day, or he put them in the wrong part of his body or some shit where it's like takes longer to get to his muscles or however it works. That's one thing. But the diet, the food you put in your body, that's pretty damn important to that process, right? Likewise, let's say you're closing a client and you decide for whatever reason you get lazy, you're not going to follow up after you send the leads. Well, I'm just going to send them, whatever. But for that specific client, he or she sucks ass at following up. They're airheads. It's not because they don't want to follow up. That's just how they are. That specific ingredient, the following up with the leads, is a deal breaker for that client. It might not be for the next one because the next guy might be good and you following up with the leads with this guy might not be as important as the first guy. However, you don't know that. So here's what's going to happen. If you start skipping steps, I don't need to send the screencast. I don't need to follow up. I don't need to do the pullback. I don't need to ask their numbers because it makes me uncomfortable. Okay, that's cool. You can do that and you might get away with a deal here or there, but I'm telling you what's going to happen is you are going to get inconsistent results. Happened to me. It still happens to me. This last summer, it happened to me. I don't lose 2 deals in a row. I never do. I know I'm closing before I get on the phone. I got on the phone in July and lost 2 deals in a week, and I knew I was skipping steps. I went back to the drawing board. I cleaned it up. I tightened it up. I stopped skipping steps, and I don't know. Honestly, on the top of my head, I don't know the last time I missed a deal. I lost a deal that I got on a Zoom with. Okay. It happens to me. Even to this day, if I skip steps, there's a chance I'm losing a deal. So what happens when you skip steps? You become inconsistent. What happens when you're inconsistent? Your confidence starts to wane. Your confidence starts to shake a little bit because now you don't know how the business owner is going to react because, oh shit, I forgot to ask if they have another decision maker because it was kind of awkward and I didn't want to piss them off. So I didn't ask. I didn't ask. Okay. You might be able to get away. Maybe this guy doesn't have a partner and you got lucky. Maybe this guy does have a partner, but he's like Mr. Alpha partner and he can make the call. You got lucky, but that's not always the case. Hold on. I got somebody calling me on the damn phone. Gosh, damn it. Hate when people call me when I'm on the phone. On a live. Shit. All right. Freaking throw me off. So, guys, you want to get inconsistent results, start skipping steps. You guys want to make your confidence shake even more than it maybe is right now? Start skipping steps. Follow the process. Exactly. So, I saw a comment. Hey, I got on the phone with the business owner. They were down. They want to do a Zoom today. Nope. You're not doing one today because there's things you need to overcome for that deal to happen. Yes, he's down to talk, but does he trust you yet? Does he believe in your product? Has he overcome the doubt? Have you overcome the doubt he has in this process? All the objectives that we have during the setup that we've talked about, you're skipping steps. Have you been able to create urgency the way that we talked about? Have you been able to set it up so you can create urgency? You're skipping steps. You're going to get inconsistent results, and that's going to make your confidence shake. Okay, that's number one. I want to tell you one last thing real quick, and then we'll go to Q&A. Scenario number 2, completely separate. So that was steroids, buddies of mine. By the way, for those of you that think I'm taking Adderall and taking cocaine, no, I'm not. For those of you that are like, oh, he's not doing that, but he's definitely doing steroids. Y'all, if I was taking steroids, it would scare the shit out of you. Like it would be bad. Okay. When my buddies did this, just so you guys know, I'll be straight with you. When my buddies did this, I went and got tested, got my levels, and my levels were pretty damn good. My wife found out I got my levels tested, and I was like, yo, they said I could qualify for a little supplemental testosterone. She said, absolutely not. The last thing I need is you turning into a sex addict, which you're already on the border of being. So just being fully candid. So I'm not taking steroids, and I never will. I'm also too prideful because I don't ever want to have something that I have to say, oh, yeah, it's because I did this. So if nothing else, that's why. Okay, now I want to tell you about this really, really briefly, and then we'll jump into all these questions and shit like that. I had a deal. This is just one more example. I had 2 different deals. Okay, they both happened within a week of each other. Deal number 1 is a duct cleaning deal in Virginia. Okay, now this is a website I've had for 3 years, and it's one I've had to go through multiple clients. I haven't had the greatest luck with. I all but gave up on this thing. My setter came in and I just said, see if you can like find somebody. She finds somebody for me, and everything about it was wrong. The guy wasn't based in that city. He was based out of town. So he only had 1 tech, which is usually tough because they don't want to grow in that area. The guy was a foreigner, which in my experience, for someone like me, has been tougher to sell on a contract. Okay. He was from, I want to say he was from some weird ass place. Like, not that it's weird. It was weird to me. Like, I'd never talked to someone from there, like Bulgaria or some shit. It was crazy. Never talked to someone from there. So in my head, I was like, I don't know. What was the other red flags? Oh, he was only spending $400 per month. You guys have a lot of you guys are saying this. He was spending $400 per month on Google Ads and getting, in his words, great results. Red flag, right? Now I'm going to go in. I'm going to waste my time. I'm going to pitch him. I got to pitch him for 1,000. Why is he going to spend 1,000 with me and not 400 with Google? Everything about it looked wrong. Okay. But I did everything right. I sent him the leads. I did the call. I did the pullback. Every damn thing. I did the urgency shit. Like, I have the call recorded. I did the urgency and everything and told him I got another guy, the whole deal. And I closed this deal from a hotel room in Vegas. I think it was the very end of August. Okay. I never should have got this deal. Okay. I was shocked. Honestly, I was shocked. He gave me the card. It was only a 3-month deal, $1,000 a month. It might've been $850 or $1,000 a month, but I brought him from 400, what he was used to paying, up to that. Okay. That's a deal I shouldn't have got, but I followed everything exactly. And I said, you know what? I'm going to give this thing the onion and see what happens. And guess what happened? I got the fucking deal. Okay. That's scenario number 1. That's story number 1. Another guy, which happened 2 weeks before, listen to this shit. Okay. I get a call from somebody who's giving me a bunch of deals in a specific space. They call me and they say, hey, I got this guy in Vegas. He's interested. I've actually already told him that you work with a bunch of people he knows. So I'm like, oh, that's done. I've told him the price, and I'm like, and he still wants to talk. This sucker's done. I mean, this deal was done. Like, this lady that referred me, like, damn near closed this thing for me. So what did I do? I never learn. I'm too smart. I'm too intelligent, too good of a salesperson. So I decided, instead of giving him a couple freebies and all that shit, I just, I'm just going to go right to the chase. And on top of that, I'm not going to do a Zoom call. On top of that, I called him from Lake Powell on a freaking dock with the shittiest service ever and just went right to price. Okay. Like, I did everything backwards of what I should have done. And you guessed it, I didn't close the deal. I had a deal, and I shit you not, this is a $2,000 a month deal. And even with all of that, people he knows that are paying the same price, he's wanting to grow. He's already spending money on Google. He's referred all this shit. I skip the steps and go right. Hey, yeah, it's $2,000 a month, 3-month contract. He gave me oh, that sounds good. No problem. Send over the contract. Didn't hear from him. Text him a week later, or I text him every day following up. Nothing. Called his ass when I was in Vegas. Nothing. Go by his place in Vegas. Drop off freaking not Stanley, but a Yeti for free. Not there. Okay. All because I skipped steps and I took a layup and I threw it in the trash can because I was lazy. Okay. Now, were there probably some other factors at play with both these deals? Yes. However, I guarantee with the first one that I closed, the duct cleaning deal, I never, ever, ever, ever should have closed that deal. It was a very tough deal by every single standard. The other one, any single person listening to this, probably any person in the free group, if they would have just followed my process 50% of the way, the process we're talking about in here, would have closed that deal. And I managed to let $2,000 off the hook because I got lazy.